This Once Human video is all about the best early game weapon to get. I have tried every single possible weapon that you can get from the Wish Machine and ran them through a massive, vigorous test in the first phase on multiple servers, on multiple accounts, on multiple characters. And I'm going to share with you the highest DPS weapon, the easiest to use. They're all the same one, by the way. The scalability within the first week, that is week 1, phase 1, and how useful is this weapon the rest of the season. The best weapons for weeks 2 through 6, now, which I won't be covering in this video. The Last Valor is the highest DPS. The Icy, which is not in the Wish Machine, is your best overall tank heal DPS weapon. The Bingo is a boss killer. It can actually solo some lower level Prime War bosses that'll probably get nerfed. The Doombringer was just nerfed in a recent patch, so don't use that one anymore. And the Jaws, while it's known as the fastest way to clear silos, I think loses to the Icy. Now, like I said, I have tried every single one of these weapons for week 1. I have went out and, grinded 8,000 starchrom, bought each weapon, modded it as much as I could in the first week, and the highest overall DPS weapon, which you will continue to use into weeks 2 through 6, because it is the current meta, is the Wildfire. And before you close the video, I'm going to tell you how to get this immediately on a brand new character for basically free as soon as you leave the tutorial. There is a way to acquire this as soon as you touch down on the ground. It is so quick and easy to get, so please keep watching. But I want to talk about how and why is this weapon the best week 1 weapon, but also it is the best support weapon for all of those other builds that I talked about. So what does this weapon do? Whenever you shoot, it marks people with bullseye, which for those that don't know, I just want to talk real quick. Bullseye is an 8% vulnerability, and that may not sound like much. At end game with 5% vulnerability food buff, that is a 10k DPS boost to your end game DPS. So you get 5% from food. With this weapon, you get 16% with a mod. And then in a 4-man group, everyone using this can stack it up to 84% on a target, meaning that everyone in the group will get a DPS boost of 168,000, which is how you melt the Leah labs. That's how you kill bosses. That's how you get 3,000 rating on the Prime Wars. So it is currently meta to use the Wildfire, and I'm going to teach you how to get it immediately. And before I do that, let me just show you a little DPS check here. And this is at tier 1 with no mods and no cradle, okay? So you can see here that we're doing almost 1,000 DPS with headshots, and you will be basically popping heads. Now, the great thing about in week 1 with this weapon is that you're one-shotting with mods and cradle upgrades. You're going to be one-shotting every single mob that you fight that is not a boss, and you're going to be like 4 to 5 shotting every single boss in week 1, making your week 1 farming will be the fastest possible. If you use any other 8,000, starchrom weapon, your DPS will not even come close as it will with this weapon. So you just, again, let's show you tier 3. Now, this is tier 3, no mods, but we do have the pistol weapon Cradle. So this is a tier 3 pistol weapon. And I'm just going to tell you right now, target dummies cannot be marked with bullseye. So when I shoot actual targets with this thing, I'm going to be doing over 3,300 damage with headshots to enemy mobs, alright? So this thing, it scales like crazy. Now, this footage comes from a user named Judy High Roller, because I didn't have a level 40 character to test this at the time. My current level 40 character was on a temp ban for trolling Prime Wars. Yes, I'm a troll, and that's why you should subscribe, because I'm real and raw, and I'm not sponsored, and I'm a brand risk, and I'm not going to be like do and tell you all the safe stuff. I'm going to tell you the real raw stuff. Anyway, this is a DPS test, tier 5, there's accessories, but there's no mods on the armor, and the only cradle was the pistol cradle. So this may not look like much for tier 5, but you have to remember that with the scalability in tier 5 and hitting mobs, it can be painted with a bullseye. You're going to be dealing like 5 to 10 times this amount. So you're going to be pumping out 50 to 60k DPS with this bad boy, but by the time you hit tier 5, By the time you hit tier 5, you shouldn't be using the pistol. The pistol becomes a support weapon. You mark your targets, you switch to your main weapon. You can see here that this boar got marked by shooting the target dummy. So, yeah. And we one-shot the boar. Like, what weapon one-shots boars? Okay, besides, like, some of the snipers. But I'm going to tell you right now, I tested every single weapon to see, you know, its highest DPS, how quick I can boss with it in week 1. And the wildfire is superior. So now that I've shown you the damage and why you want this bad boy, let me teach you how to get it. Now, the rest of this video is how to get the wildfire as soon as possible. And I just want to point out, in the character creator, when you make a new character, you always want to make them overweight so you can carry more stuff. And you have weapon stability, very important for end game. So, as soon as you leave the tutorial, slap down a base, you're going to get a little deviant cage here. You're going to put the butterfly inside of it, and yes, I have 2 of them, because I know how to do that. And once you have it, you're going to just hold E, and then click auto attack and immediately secure it, so that's 1. And you're going to do this 5 times. So that's 2, and then 3, and you should be able to do this pretty quick, so that's 4, and then 5. There we go. And so what we just did is we did a season goal. So if you push escape and click this top right box, you can go to season goals, and then right here, then you go to securement here. Use deviation skill 5 times. We're going to claim that. And what we're going to do is we're going to get some very early starchrom from doing that. So step number 2 is pretty simple. You're just going to like or dislike a whisper. A whisper are these little blue kind of yellow tipped thingies you'll find on the ground. Just push H on them. Thankfully, the patch changed it to not be F anymore, so that's nice. So just click on any of these, click the like button, or dislike, who cares. That's all you need to do, and that is another season goal completed. So step number 3 is, as you see random deer, just kind of point at them, make sure that your little dot in the middle of the screen is red, and then select designated target, and your butterfly should run up and attack them, just like it is right now. So there it is, it flew up, it hit the deer. Then secure it, and you're going to do that for just a little bit until you get the next seasonal goal. You can just summon it in a herd of deer, and the butterfly will just go crazy murdering all of them. Sometimes it won't, though. You have to manually tell it to start killing stuff, and you want it to run out of juice, because that is another seasonal reward in itself. So the next step is to take your crossbow that you crafted in the tutorial and headshot 5 enemy mobs. You'll know if you got a headshot because the numbers will be red, just like that 369, whereas if you shoot them not in the head, it'll just be a white number. So make sure that you're getting at least 5 headshots. There we go, so that's 3 pretty easy right there. Next up, you want to smelt 10 glass. Then with that 10 glass and at least 20 or 30 wood, you need to craft and break a mirror 5 times. I know breaking a mirror is bad luck apparently in some cultures, but you push B, you go to furniture, and then you click furnishing items. You'll have a floor mirror, and you're just going to put it down, push escape, push R, right click, and you're going to do that 5 times. So that's 2, that's 3, that is 4, and then when you break it, you get your materials back, and then that is 5, and that is another season goal completed. Step 6 is you're going to quest until you're forced to talk to Mary here, and then right behind Mary, just east, there will be a purple floating orb, kind of like right here in this warehouse. I know it's a little dark. You touch the orb, you turn to the south, you'll climb up these locker things onto the scaffolding, and then you're going to face north, and then hit the purple orb again. There will be a chest right here, you'll loot that. That's another season reward. So step number 6 is pretty much optional here. Now, you're going to be doing the main story quest until it tells you to craft any type of weapon. And at this point, you can craft the wildfire if you want, and here's how. Or you can just quest as normal until the game takes you to Deadsville, which is just coming up. I'm going to do it the standard way. And when I say standard way, I'm just going to craft a regular green pistol here, and just go ahead and craft that. There we go. And then it's going to have me craft ammo, so I'm going to go over here and craft just a little bit of copper pistol ammo. Again, this does use a little bit of materials, but you'll get it back. It's not a big deal. And the reason why I just craft the regular pistol is because it lets you teleport to Deadsville, so it's technically faster to do it this way, which I have to be standing on my territory to teleport. There we go. Alright. Then I'm just going to talk to all the quest givers until they give me a motorcycle. And here we are. We now have the motorcycle, so I'm going to grab that. And at this point, we're going to walk northeast right outside of town and look at these RVs. We're going to run right over to this little RV area that is completely empty. Now, step number 7 is we're going to claim some starchrom rewards. So I'm going to push escape. I'm going to click this top right thing here. And I'm going to click Season Goals at the top. Let me just move my text down a little bit more. So right here at the top, we're going to click Season Goals. Then we're going to click a Mist and Mirage, or whatever it's called, and we're going to claim all on each of these tabs. So there we go. And what that just did is that unlocked 400 and 600 starchrom for us. But we're not done yet. I'm going to push Escape, and Escape again, and then go back to this menu. I'm going to click this Stardust Advent on kind of the middle right, and there we go. Then I'm going to click Events at the top. And then I'm going to click regular events kind of also at the top, and we're going to do community rewards. So I'm going to click YouTube, click follow, click TikTok, click follow, click Facebook, and this just opens your tabs on your web browser. It doesn't actually force you to follow them or anything. And then I'm going to go back up to YouTube and click claim rewards. There we go. That's 180, and then claim rewards 180, and there we go. And just a little bit more here. Click Instagram. There we go. So now you can see that I have approximately 1,950 starchrom. And if you don't have, if you push J, and you haven't been doing this yet, go ahead and claim everything in the journey menu. That's how I have 1,950, because one of these gave me 50, but that's not how we're going to do it. So also hitting level 5, that's another way to get 1,000. So we're going to go to the Stardust Advent, and you need level 5 on the Stardust Advent level, which is only level 3. But we don't care about that. That's 1,000 starchrom. That's one way to get the next part. But this is the actual secret sauce of how to get that last little bit we need. And step number 8 is unlocking the wish machine. All you do is open your cradle, open your memetics, click the building infrastructure here, or I'm sorry, you click logistics, and you scroll down just a little bit to the wish machine. You should be level 4 at this point. And it only costs 3 memetics. You should have 30 plus. We're going to unlock the wish machine. So you'll notice as soon as we unlock the wish machine, these guys appear and this machine appears. So we're going to talk to this guard. So we're going to go ahead and talk to him. Alright, and then you're going to talk to the wish machine, which I have to mute because it's copyrighted music. So we're going to talk to the wish machine, and we're just going to talk to it. We're not going to do what it wants. And I love his voice. I'm sorry I can't show it to you, but he blasts copyrighted music, even though on my settings, my my sound has live stream mode on. So, just to let you guys know. So, once you've done that, you'll notice, just by talking to the guy, we're now at 2,450 starchrom. So, I'm going to go to the blueprint shop, and I'm going to buy myself the Wildfire BP. There we go. So, now we have the Wildfire BP. It's that easy. And then I'm just going to run over and place my base down, which is, this is not really the best location for a base, right? Because it's super close to town. There's not really anything to mine here. But we're just going to put our base down. And with that, before we even fight the first boss of the game, we can now craft the Wildfire BP. And we'll have plenty of supplies to do this. If you don't, what you can do is go to your disassembly bench. And that pistol you crafted earlier, if you did, you just disassemble that. That's going to give you some extra materials. There we go. And now we can just craft the Wildfire. That's a tier 1. There we go. We got it. And then if you want, you can even calibrate it, you know, with some basic materials. I don't have the copper ingots, but you can make those really, really quickly. And, you know, just with the +1 calibrated Wildfire, we don't need this crossbow ever again. We now have a super weapon, which is going to delete mobs instantly. And just to show you how crazy strong this weapon is, let me just demonstrate it against the first boss here. So, again, we're about to fight a shadow boss. So here we go, shadow boss. We just pop him in the head, and he's roaring right now. We got 1 reload. And then, now I'm missing some weak spots, but there we go. The boss is immediately dead before it gets to do anything. That's how strong this stupid weapon is. It is so insanely busted. And it's not just for bossing, okay? It's also for regular mob clear. So, let me just show you shooting regular mobs. And again, I didn't calibrate this using Stardust Source or anything. I just used some copper ingots, right? So you have regular mobs, and there we go. So we're two-shotting that one. And again, this is without cradle, this is without mods. We're one-shotting, we're basically one-shotting the regular mobs here. And again, it's just pistol ammo. The great thing about pistols is they have high mobility, they're very fast. They do not lose durability when you spam shoot them. The pistol is just, this is a completely broken weapon for your first week. And again, this weapon is what you'll use for support for the rest of the game, especially if you're in a serious group. And it makes the entire game a breeze, an absolute freaking breeze. There is no other weapon blueprint, there is no other mimetic unlock, there is no other, starchrom, spending 8,000 starchrom on a super weapon this early. Nothing out DPS's this pistol in the first week. And in the second week, yeah, once you start getting hard mode mods and pro mode mods, there are better weapon choices, but you will always be using this weapon as your secondary because it is going to massively increase the DPS of your main weapon. So getting this now just makes the game super simple. And just to compare, like, other playthroughs that I've done where I use basic weapons, here's a video that I try to speedrun the early game, which was, I have 200 bonus hours worth of experience. So I'm using the Cam Pioneer here, I believe. I tried to rush that weapon early, and then I'm throwing Molotovs at the boss, and then even crossbowing it with a weapon swap. And even with the reloads, you can see here that I'm still not able to kill the boss, even with all of this stuff. Before it's able to shoot at me. So you can see that the pistol is so much faster than the AK. It's insane. But there you go, that's the video. Hopefully this helped anyone wanting to start brand new or anyone that just wants a faster start for a new season. And please check out my other videos. If you click my description of this video, you'll find other really useful videos like how to make this base, which is a fully AFKable automatic Cortex farming base. You can put 40 level 3 Cortexes in this bad boy. It'll never break. It'll kill all the enemies. You just AFK it. You collect your rewards every week. It's really nice. I have a grow house here, which is a very basic and easy to use and easy to understand way to grow crops as efficiently as possible and fully automated. So again, if those interest you, please go check them out. They could use some more views. Thank you so much. Please leave a like before you go. And if you click the video on the right side of your screen right now, then you're going to start earning more money in the real world because it's like a blessing, okay? The video itself won't help you earn money. It's just the fact that you clicked it. The karma of the universe will align, and things will just start being better in your life. It's that easy.